What is going on, y'all? I just wanted to pop on here quick to give a little like mini crash course on Le Prong Collar. So Courtney with Bullseye Canine Training posted a video earlier today that I shared that had a lot of great information about the prong collar and why it's really great for training, how safe it is. She put it on a balloon and it didn't pop, which proves that these little prongs are not sharp. Otherwise the balloon would have popped. So go check that out. I just wanted to add a couple more tidbits of information because she did mention these look very intimidating. They absolutely do. I agree. They look like a medieval torture device, but they were actually designed by a German veterinarian, the brand Herm sprenger being the German part, to be the safest collar that your dog can wear. And here's why. So I don't have a dog with me or a balloon, but sorry, I have multiple dogs. I don't have a balloon, but I do have a Coke bottle. So this is going to be my dog's neck, and I think this will be a good demonstration piece because it's clear, so it's not going to obstruct your view at all. So I also went ahead and I marked this black area is going to be my dog's trachea. This is the front of the neck. So with a slip collar, which is usually what I start most of my clients' dogs on, these, while they are better than a flat buckle collar when it comes to walking your dog, because if you have a flat collar and your dog pulls forward, all that pressure is going right there on the black trachea. And in the long term, if your dog pulls and pulls and pulls every day, over and over, it can cause damage. It can cause a collapsed trachea, which to my knowledge is not reversible. Maybe there's surgery to fix it, but I'm sure it's super expensive. So we're going to prevent it. The slip collar is a better option than a flat buckle collar because it evenly distributes that pressure all the way around. So it activates when it's tight, it activates when it's loose, it deactivates. So yes, you have to teach your dog how to turn off that pressure, but it's at least a little bit more forgiving than a flat collar because now the pressure is going all the way around instead of just on that central area. The problem is, although this is more effective, if you've got a more strong-willed dog or a big dog where this is not enough, they can still choke themselves out on this. They can gag, they can cut off their air supply because this, to not sound condescending here, it makes 100% contact. So everywhere that you see it, it is touching every square inch all the way around the dog's neck. So if they pull hard enough, or if there's another dog they want to get at hard enough, bad enough, they can still, this can tighten, become a noose, and they can choke themselves out. So this brings me to the prong collar, which I've got on my dog now. So the way this is designed, Herm sprenger specifically, there's this plate in the middle, which Courtney did talk about. Fitted properly, that plate goes directly over the dog's trachea to protect it. And if I had to give a percentage, so the slip collar makes 100% contact around the neck. This, I would say, makes a total of 10% actual direct contact. And what I mean by that is it's only touching the neck, right? Jeez Louise. Here, 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 and here, and there. So all of this excess, which is like a straight continuous line, it's not actually touching the dog's neck. Only where those prongs are at is where it's making contact. And this has about 10 links, so that's why I'd say 10% contact. Notice, and how it works is if the dog pulls, no matter how hard they pull, these prongs are not bending, they're not going into the neck, they're not caving, this plate's not caving down, and now going, whoop, now going onto the trachea and causing pressure. It stays elevated, and no matter how hard I pull, this plate is not going to touch the trachea. I'm always going to be able to fit my finger through that gap. And that's how it was designed to be the safest collar for your dog, because it's not going to cut off their air supply, no matter how hard they pull. Yes, there is a teaching process to get them to stop pulling, but as far as safety purposes, That is why this is the safest collar that your dog can wear. It's only touching 10% of the surface area that it actually covers. So food for thought for anybody out there who thinks this is a very intimidating collar, which it is. I hope this gives you a better perspective on why they're very effective and why a lot of trainers recommend them for any size of dog, any breed, but especially the big ones, because if you've got a big dog, you have to have control over that thing. It can cause a lot more damage than a small dog, although you need to have control over your Yorkies and your Frenchies and your whatever. Big dogs just can cause more damage and make people more afraid of them. So this is your leverage, the best tool you can use to keep them safe and to keep the general public safe. So, food for thought. Please don't be scared to use this tool. I have a client that just started with me, and she was actually nervous to tell me she was using this before we even did the evaluation. And I told her, don't be nervous, don't feel bad, you're being a responsible owner. That's the tool that you feel safe and more comfortable handling your dog with, and you keep using it. That's another reason why I recommend them for my clients, is because they feel more confident, and that's ultimately what dog training comes down to. Being a dog owner is you have to feel confident. You have to feel like you can handle this dog no matter what they throw at you. And when I put these on my clients' dogs and they start walking, almost all of them are like, oh my god, this is a game changer. And they stand up straighter and they're like, all right, I got this into the leash. My dog does not need to be pulling me around. I can be the one leading the walk. So try one out, thank me later. Protect your dog's neck.